Hare Krishna. So today we continue with our discussion on the Dāmodarāṣṭaka. Yesterday we did overview of first two verses, and we said that Satyavrata Muni first offers his deep obeisances to the Supreme Lord, who is the embodiment of eternity, bliss, and cognizance, Satchit Ananda. And that this Lord, who is the Supreme Master of everyone, who is the Lord of material and spiritual worlds, and even fear personified, is afraid of such a Lord, is afraid of his mother. Yes, he's afraid of his mother. And this fear is not a play. Yes, he really feels fear. He's really afraid. And he broke a pot of butter because he was angry, because Mother Yashoda went to attend the milk which was overflowing. And now Mother Yashoda wanted to punish him. In fact, she wanted to protect him, not to commit any other nonsense and got himself into trouble. Yes, so she wanted to tie him to this grinding mortar, wooden grinding mortar, and she was unable to do it because this rope was always 2 fingers too short. And we explained that these 2 fingers represent our sincere endeavor to connect with the Lord. And the other finger means Krishna's mercy. And both are needed for our spiritual progress. Because we can hear many times that even devotees who are not so sincere, they rely on the Lord's mercy. But the Lord's mercy is that He fulfills our desires also. This is also Lord's mercy. And we should know that Lord is merciful eternally. So the very fact that we are here in this material world is that merciful Lord fulfilled our material desires and gave us material facilities to pursue our desires in this material world. Yes. So as long as desire to serve the Lord is not our only desire, exclusive desire, then the Lord will give us facility to fulfill also other desires that we have in our heart, or maintain in our heart, we can say. Maybe we are infested with unlimited desires, but if we don't want them, and we pray that, please, my Lord, I don't pray for anything else, like this Satyavrata Muni is praying in the Dāmodarāṣṭaka. I don't want any kind of boon. I just want to serve you. I just want to be with you. Yes. If I have such conviction and prayer that I don't want these desires in my heart, I'm full of material desires, but please, Lord, don't consider them seriously. And I don't ask you for anything. I don't ask you for my health. I don't ask you for my protection. I don't ask you for a good wife or a good husband. I don't ask you for any other boon, as Satyavrata Muni says. So yes, this is so important to understand. Many times we can easily misunderstand it, and because this is usual mood in Kali Yuga, is to be spiritually lazy. Manda sumanda matayo manda bhagavata padrata. This is explained in the very beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, first chapter of first canto, that people are extremely lazy in the age of Kali. They and they are cheaters also. But who can they cheat? Definitely they can't cheat Krishna. They cheat only themselves. And if they think, usually this is mentality in every religion. Ordinary Christians think they live quite normal material life, isn't it? Majority of them, at least. And they believe that they're good people, and at the end of life they will go to heaven. Yes, but this is just illusion. Krishna says in 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Yam yam vapismaram bhavan tyacantyanti kalivaram tam tam avetikanta sadatat bhavavavita. That whatever kind of consciousness one has at the time of death, he will achieve that state without doubt. So there is no magical power in death, no magical power in time. Time will not bring us change. Don't think that someday I will wake up with love of Krishna in my heart. Just like this. Time has no power for miracles, to create some miracles. No. Our determination, and Krishna's mercy have this potency. So these two fingers are crucial for our spiritual advancement. And only when we have such disposition in our heart, we can spiritually progress. As long as we think, yes, by Krishna's mercy, I will wake one day up and I will be full of love. Or even if I don't wake up like this, at the end of life, surely I'll go back home, back to Godhead. This is confirmed. So yes, we shouldn't have entertain such delusions in our heart. Yes. No. We should develop this deep hankering. This is the key. This deep hankering. And this song, that's why we sing this song every Kārttika, to please Srimati Radharani and to go deep into the hankering mood. Yes, one should go deep into this hankering mood if he wants to attain Krishna. So we'll sing the third verse. Iti indriksva lila bir ananda kunde svagosham nimarjantam akya payantam. Tadiyeshita geshu bhaktarchitatvam puna primatastam shata vritti vande. With these super excellent childhood pastimes, Lord Krishna drowned the residents of Gokula in pools of ecstasy. In this way, he declared to those absorbed in knowledge of his majesty and opulence, I am conquered only by my pure loving devotees. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. Yes, so iti driksva lilabir, Ananda Kunde. He performs different pastimes, extremely sweet, and he drowns all the residents in the pools of ecstasies. Different kinds of ecstasies. Yes, so Lord always performs different pastimes. And here is extremely important what we already have said, that the Lord sends the message to everyone that only by this sweet love he can be achieved in Vrindavan. We mentioned this yesterday. Yes. Only with this sweet love, it means one of these rasas of Vrindavan. Yes. Only if we connect with the Lord with this mood, Vrindavan mood, which is acquired only by Raganuga Bhakti, and this will be discovered and described in the 4th verse, the Lord is achieved in his most sweet pastimes. No other way possible. Yes. So, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Prabhupada writes in some purport that because in this Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, we generally try to become maidservants of Radha and Krishna, which love is the highest possible. Therefore, the love of our Sampradaya is the highest. He argues, and more elaborately that I explained now, but this is the essence. So the message of this is that if we are intelligent, we will not let this most valuable treasure to pass by, but we will grasp it with all our heart, because it's given to us freely, practically. The only price for it is our desire to accept it. Yes. If we are not willing to accept, no one can force us. Yes. We have a saying in Slovene, I don't know if you have something similar, that you can take the horse to the water, but you can't force him to drink. So we are all taken to the water, but no one will force us to drink. So this is the well of unlimited nectar. And this comparison to well is used by Narottam Das Thakur, and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains why well, why not ocean of this rasa, of bhakti rasa. Because Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains, because ocean is mixture of different rivers, but in the well it's only pure water and can quench the thirst of a person, and it's pure nectar. Therefore, it is well. It's not ocean. Yes. So the message of this verse is to go deep in the Lord's pastimes. If we go deep into the Lord's pastimes, we'll experience unlimited bliss. We'll also drown in the pool of bliss. Yes. So there are different pastimes, but we'll not go into details of this because we don't have time. Because it's just a review of last year's still hour. So one important thing that I would like to mention, that outside of Vrindavan there is not such powerful love available. Even Sita couldn't conquer Ram with her love. And therefore, and this may be astounding to hear, but therefore Ram was able to banish Sita. Yes. Krishna would never be able to banish Radha. Not possible. he's searching for Radha. Actually, this is also the characteristic of our sampradaya, that Krishna is searching for Radha and Radha is searching for Krishna. In this mood of separation, Krishna is walking around the forest, pretending to herd the cows, but actually is just searching, where is Radha, where is Radha? And he goes to different places in Vrindavan just to see if Radha is there, to have a glimpse of Srimati Radharani. Yes. And Radharani also, she goes from place to place just to see Krishna, just to remember Krishna all the time. Not possible that they would banish one from another. Jai Shri Radha Gopinatha ki jai, Shri Garunithai ki jai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadramai ki jai. Yes, and in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is explained when Radha, Lord Chaitanya was dancing in front of the Jagannath cart for Rathayatra, and it is mentioned how he sang these songs of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, and there it is mentioned how Radha is telling Krishna that you have abandoned us and you stay there in Dwaraka, but we are attached to Vrindavan, we cannot move to Dwaraka. And Krishna responds that you shouldn't think that I forgot all of you, because Srimati Radharani also said, but okay, you have left us, but how can you leave your mother and father? They will die in separation from you. And he says that he suffers terribly in Dwaraka, that he maintains his wives and sons just to please the Yadavas. Otherwise, he's always immersed in thoughts of Vrajvasis. And that, in fact, he goes to Vrindavan every day, but they think this is just illusion. The Vrajvasis, because they experience Krishna's presence, they think this is just illusion. I love Krishna so much that I think that Krishna is present. But this is what we should hanker for. Yes, we should hanker for this. Of course, it's not something to be achieved. It's not possible to achieve. It can only be bestowed by mercy. But if we don't show our eagerness for such mercy, it will not be given to us. As Lord Jesus said, don't throw pearls in front of the swines, in front of pigs. So pearls will not be thrown to us if we maintain pig mentality. Yes. And pig mentality is to enjoy in stool. And everything of this world is stool, actually, only, and nothing more than stool. Some rejected dust from time immemorial. Yes. Also our body is just a whirlpool of dust. What else it is? It is said in Bible, dust, you came from dust, and in dust you shall return. Yes. So, this is just a whirlpool of dust, and if you are attached to it, then we have pig-like mentality. Yes. We shouldn't be attached to any material way of living, or our body, or our relatives, or even our husbands and wives and sons and daughters. Ata Vishvesha Vishvatmam Vishwamurti Svakeshume Sneha Pasham Indam Chindi Dridam Bandishu Vrishnishu. Queen Kunti prays, "O my Lord, please sever, cut this strong rope of attachment. Sneha Pasham. Pasham means rope. Sneha means this loving attachment. Please cut it down." From whom? From Vrishnis and Pandavas, who were her relatives, her sons, actually. And Vrishnis were her relatives. And all of these, Vrishnis and Pandavas, were pure devotees of the Lord, by the way. But Tvayi Mananya Vishaya Matir Madhupati Sakrit Rati Mudvakadata Gange Vogamudanvati. Let my love flows only towards you and nothing else. This should be our prayer. That doesn't mean that we become cold-hearted towards anyone, because we can perceive Krishna in every living entity. Yes, and we are entrusted by Krishna. Krishna entrusted our family members to us to serve them. So they are extremely dear to Krishna, and we have great responsibility. Therefore, responsibility of parents is extremely important, and not many parents understand this. Our children as grihastas is our only mission in life. They should become devotees. If we can't provide them food and clothing and roof about their head, no problem. What's the problem? Krishna will provide somehow or other. But if we don't provide them love for Krishna, we just destroyed their life, and they will just die like anyone else. Yes. So, of course, it is our duty to provide for the life in material world, for their clothing and prasad and so on. But most important duty is to give them love of Krishna. But if we are not deeply connected ourselves with Krishna, it's not possible to give them anything. Yes. So this is our service, our duty to connect with Krishna. If we have family, because this is our service to Krishna, that we bring our children to Him. Okay, we'll go to the next verse. 4th verse. Varam deva moksham na moksha vadim va nachanyam vriniham varishadapiha. Idante vapurnata gopala balam sadame manasya virastam kinanjay. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I don't pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours, as Balagopala in Vrindavan, may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? Yes, so this verse is extremely important to understand. So here Satyavrata Muni rejects any kind of boon. I don't want any kind of boon. I don't want to go in Vaikuntha. I don't want any type of liberation. Yes. Matsevayam pratitate salokyadi chatushtrayam falguni tatra pihatam jivo falguni tatra pihatam. In 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam it is explained Matsevaya pratitate salokyadi chatushtrayam. that devotees reject all kinds of liberation. Yes, they accept only service. They are interested only in service. So this should be our conviction also, our desire, or desire to attain such a desire. And here he says that yes, he doesn't want any boon that would be achieved by 9 processes of devotional service. And this is Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti is performed because this is recommendation of Shastra. Yes, we understand this is to be done. This is proper way. This is dharma. Yes, dharmam tu sakshat Bhagavat pranitam nevevidu rishyanapitava. Lord Krishna explains. In fact, in 6th canto, it is explained that dharma, real dharma, is established only by the Lord, and no one knows it except the Mahajans. Yes, and those who follow the instructions of Mahajans. So, if we follow because this is right thing to do, and of course it is right, and should be followed. But if we don't develop this raga bhakti, it's not possible to achieve Krishna in Vrindavan. This is confirmed in many different scriptures, in especially so in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in many different places. So no one should fool himself that this will come automatically. It doesn't come automatically. It is explained in Raghavartma Chandrika, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, which is the book on Raga Bhakti. Tat bhavadi madhurya shritodiriyata pekshati natri shastram nayuktim cha tat lobopati lakshanam. That Raga Bhakti is can be attained, if we say so, only by lobha or greed, great greed for such a bhakti, for Krishna in Vrindavan, for such relationship with Krishna as the residents of Vrindavan have. Yes. So by this greed only is it attained Krishna in Vrindavan, and in no other way possible. And we discussed yesterday these different mokshas. Yes, one is Svasukha Ishvarya Uttara Moksha. I have checked what is the expression. Svasukha Ishvarya Uttara Moksha is understanding that Krishna is the most great personality, and I want my happiness in spiritual world, and this is Svasukha Ishvarya Uttara Moksha, such kind of liberation. And then there is Prema Sevara Uttara Moksha, or moksha that with desire for prema, for the Lord, in proper way, like these queens from Dvaraka have this desire to be properly married to Krishna. So all these kinds of liberation are rejected here by Satyavrat Muni. He just wants this beautiful form of Balagopala to be manifest in his heart. This is his only desire, and he doesn't want anything else, rejects everything else. So therefore we sing this song to imbibe this same mood according to the bhava we want to develop with Krishna. Yes. Because he has here this Vatsalya mood. This is not necessarily our desire to develop Vatsalya mood. So we should develop deep hankering, but we cannot develop it artificially. We should first understand who this sweetness of Krishna that is not ordinary. In Bhagavata-dharma dasa it's also mentioned that this madhurya of Krishna cannot be of any ordinary living entity. One would think that if residents of Vrindavan think of Krishna as ordinary child, that then any love for ordinary child can be madhurya. But cannot be, because although they all forget about Krishna as Krishna's Aishwarya, is still there. Krishna's Aishwarya is there, yes. Therefore, when Srivas Thakur and Swarup Damodar were discussing which aspect of spiritual world is the highest, Swarup Damodar, in fact, Srivas Thakur argued that Vaikuntha is higher than Vrindavan. But there, every particle of dust in Vrindavan is unlimitedly more glorious than all the opulences of Vaikuntha. Yes, so this should be our conviction, and develop this great desire for Raja Bhakti. Raja Bhakti, yes. This is the only thing we should desire, and reject everything else from our heart. Yeah. So it's very important to develop this proper understanding, I said. And this proper understanding is, as Prabhupada says, first thoroughly study 9 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then you can be able to understand the 10th canto. Otherwise, we'll have this tendency that we'll think this is just I can also play like this. like Krishna in Vrindavan and his associates. Yes. Here we have to develop deep loving relationship with our Guru in this world. Because Guru is Sakshat Haritva Samasta Shastra. He's directly Hari. And we can see also when we sing this, the Guru Ashtaka prayers in the morning, first thing we pray actually is meditating on how our Guru is intimate servant, intimate maidservant of Radha and Krishna in the groves of Vrindavan. Yes. And of course, we as disciples of such a Guru, we are his associates, his assistants in his service. So this should be our meditation. Prabhupada gave us this morning program, Mangalarati. It's extremely deep program. I think that other mats, in Gaudiya mats, they don't have such same program. Prabhupada gave us this program. It's sheer Raganuga sadhana. Yes, if one knows what he's singing. And also Tulsi Puja. Yes, it's just praying. Please let me be a maidservant of Radha and Krishna. Yes, let me in these pastimes. Let me enter in these pastimes. I don't want anything else. In the same mood, like here Satyavrata Muni. So this should be our desire. This is taught by this verse. So we can sing the 5th verse. Idam te mukam bojam atyanta nilaer vritam kuntala snigdha raktaischa gopya. Idam te mukam bojam atyanta nilaer vritam kuntala snigdha raktaischa gopya. Mukhashambhitam bimba raktadaram me manasya virastam alam lakshalabhai. O Lord, again and again, Mother Yashoda kisses your lotus face, which is framed by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, and beautified by your lips colored red like the bimba fruit. May this vision of your lotus face ever be manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. Yes, he again repeats how he doesn't want any benediction. But here in this verse he's more specific. He said before, I want this Bala Gopala to be manifest in my heart. But here he forgets about the Lord's form, but he focuses on his face, which is most sweet. It is explained that Lord's face is the most sweet of all his bodily limbs. And the Lord's smiling face is represented by the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, and this is also a recommendation in Raghavardhana Chandrika, that the devotee who would like to develop this loving relationship with the Lord should daily read 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and actually the whole Bhagavatam, but specifically also the 10th canto. So, yes, but we cannot go into approach the 10th canto without first understanding the 9th cantos of Bhagavatam. So daily read Bhagavatam, daily read Bhagavatam. And when you finish 9 cantos, go deep, dive into the 10th, but don't reject the rest of of the Bhagavatam. Daily read both. And Charitamrita also, and Bhagavad Gita also. And then you can develop this great desire, more and more and more. Because this lobha, as we said, is the only hope. And also our chanting. Don't forget about your chanting. This chanting is only about hankering. And if you don't chant with these deep emotions for Krishna, or at least desiring to attain these deep emotions for Krishna, it's not possible to develop anything, because the chanting reveals our heart's desires. So where our mind goes during our chanting, this is actually our desire. Yes. I like this, I don't like that. Yes. So, as long as the other things in our heart, these thoughts will come during our chanting. So, therefore, chanting is extremely important to go deep. And if we do anything else during our chanting, then we have missed this opportunity to connect. It's not possible to connect if we do anything else. Yes. Krishna wants to be our exclusive lover. And if we do anything else, we express our love for this something else. Isn't it? Why we would turn our attention to anything else if we don't have some connection with it? Isn't it? Yes. So if we have any connection with it, it means that in some way it's our lover. But Krishna don't want to be shared with our lovers. Yes, he wants to be our exclusive lover. Therefore, it's so important to go deep in our chanting. Yes, I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to see anything else. I don't want to hear anything else. So I switch off my mobile phone. There's no sound should come out. No, nothing. It's better even to lock it in some other room because it's ultimate distractor of this age. And no conversation with anyone. If there is no possibility to avoid people, just lock up somewhere and just chant. And don't do anything else during your chanting. Because unfortunately, I believe, as I could see in different places, and I know different devotees, that more usual is that devotees do something during their chanting than they don't do anything. Do you have also such experience? Yes. So don't be one of those who do things during their chanting, other things. Just go deep in your chanting. And then you can develop this great desire, as Satyavrat Muni here expresses. Yes, I just want to see your beautiful face, which is encircled with this black hair, wavy hair, which are tinged with red color, and it is atyanta nilai. Your face is unlimitedly deep blue. Yes, nila means, and atyanta. Anta means end, and atyanta means without end. So deeply blue face, and surrounded with this reddish hair, reddish black hair, and in the middle of this unlimitedly deep blue face are extremely red bimba-like lips. So beautiful. And your glossy cheeks are constantly being kissed by a gopi. Here he says gopi in the verse. And so Sanatana Goswami explains that this gopi can be understood in two ways. One as Yashoda, as it is translated here from this verse, and the other meaning can be Srimati Radharani. She is also kissing your beautiful face. And in the first verse, we can see that this Makara Kundala, these Makara earrings of Krishna, are also kissing the Lord's cheeks. So everyone wants to kiss the Lord's cheeks. Yes, this Makara is interesting. Usually in our books it's translated as shark, Makara. But sometimes also in Chaitanya Charitamrita they are translated as dolphins. And sometimes we can see that Ganga Devi is sitting on Makara. And in this case, usually it is translated as a crocodile. So, but whatever way we translate it, this Makara is famous as a carrier of Cupid. Carrier of Cupid. So, Krishna carries Cupid with himself all the time. Wherever he looks, he shoots arrows of Cupid. No one can withstand his sweet arrows of Cupid. And everyone gets this great, unstoppable desire to kiss his cheeks, to kiss his face, and his lips, and immerse in his vision. And so we should, in our spiritual life, deepen and deepen every day our hankering. This is the only purpose of our spiritual life, to develop this hankering. Otherwise, what will gain from this spiritual life? What is to be gained? Just to be eternal? We are already eternal. Yes, just not to suffer. Also Mayavadis are hankering for this, not to suffer. Yes. Moksha lagutakrit. This is the characteristic of bhakti, that moksha, or freedom of suffering, is lagu, is insignificant. What we gain from just not suffering? We should gain something of value, and this value is love, unlimited love. Savaipam sam paro dharmo yato bhaktira dokshasya ahaitukya pratikata yayatma suprasidati. In the very beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is explained by Sutta Goswami that by spiritual life or dharma, what is to be achieved is only ahaituki bhakti, unconditional love. And unconditional means I don't care if I'm put through different tribulations. This is just illusion, actually. These different tribulations, these different emotional tribulations, different pains of body, different painful situations, they will come. This is just illusion of this body. Yes, these whirlpools of dead elements, they're always changing here in this world, and this is the characteristic of this world. They will be ever changing. Yes. So if you are disturbed by these changes of material world, it's just the sign of our madness, yes, of our immersion in material life. So here our acharyas and Satyavrata Muni are showing us what is of real value to develop this great hankering for Krishna alone. And this material situation, is it pleasurable or not pleasurable? Who cares? It definitely will be not pleasurable in certain time, and it will become pleasurable after a certain time. It's just like changing of weather, so who cares? Yes. Don't be disturbed by these changes. These changes will always be there. But if you're disturbed, you miss the point. Yes. Hare Krishna. So only by sadhu sangha and by reading, we also have sadhu sangha, we can imbibe this spirit in our life. Yes. And this is not something just theoretical. It's so practical. Just apply it and you'll see. It's completely practical. Yes. Hare Krishna. Okay. Is there any question or comment or doubt? So, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Pramanande, Hare Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.